Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are in a 6222 Swiss Eldritch Moon Shadows over Innistrad draft. Please subscribe to the channel, like the videos. Thank you so much. Alright, we got Dark Salvation, so that's got to be the slam dunk pick. But this pack is really good. Look at all these good white cards. We've got Outrider, Extricator, Restraints, Paladin, Cathar. I mean, this pack also has Clear Shot, Abundant Maw, which apparently a lot of people don't like, but I like it a lot. It's like a little Siege Rhino. Not quite as good as Siege Rhino, but come on, it's just black mana if you want to emerge it, so it's easier to cast than Siege Rhino, that's for sure. Yeah, I think this card's actually really good. Clear Shot, Maniac, Bombardment, and that's about it. But still, a lot of good cards in this pack. However, Dark Salvation's just one of those kind of unfair ones. Ooh, this pack's got some goodies too. Probably just take the Stag. I mean, this card's awesome. You can also splash Salvation, which is kind of nice. And if you're going to splash a color, green is your go-to base color in your deck that you want, because you'll find a lot of fixing, especially out of your Shadows pack, for splashing. So that is that. I like Smoldering Werewolf a lot. I think this card's really good. Of course, I like the Subjugator Angel, Chilling Grasp. I'm up on Haunter. This card's good. I shouldn't have been down on it in the first place. It's just a good card. I think there's some formats where it'd probably be bad, but it's certainly good in this format. All right, let's take the Stag and move on. Certainly some goodies in here. There's Disposal, which is pretty good removal. We have Captive, which I just like a lot. We have Bombardment, Grapple, Foul Blood. So I think I want to stick to focusing. Well, you kind of want to focus on the green, not so much focus on the black. Just, I feel like that way I can go more directions. You can splash for Ruthless Disposal, or we could just take the Disposal. It is a good card. It's removal. I kind of just want the Captive, though. I really like this card a lot. Very, very premium 2-drop. And Disposal is quite good too, but I think we're going to be able to likely find some other removal. Perhaps some cheaper ones. And like I said, I kind of want to focus on green, because I can still just splash Salvation. You can't splash Stag. So let's just take the Captive, which is very good, like I said. Okay, so we have Fragment now, which would let us splash for Salvation, but I like Observer. I think this card's good. Observer's a good card. And I think I'm just going to take it over the Fragment here. I think people, I don't know why, people just tend to look at this card as being average, but I think it's slightly above average. I'm not saying it's a bomb, but green card advantage, it's a must deal with. I like it. I think it's a good card. We're going to take it. It's nice after just picking a ramp card too. Okay, so we have Terrarian, Graph Rats, Certain Death. I'm up on Certain Death. I've said that before, but I think it's more premium than people are giving it credit for. There's also Geist-Fueled Scarecrow. However, when you already have a 5 and a 6-drop creature, Scarecrow gets a bit sketchier. Should you splash for Certain Death? Well, probably not, but you can. It is like a deal with anything and a 4-point life swing. I mean, that is good. That is legitimately just good. We're going to take it here. I like it. I like it. Well, it's a fairly late Scavenger. This card is quite good. Better than Dragoon, especially for this deck. All right, take the Scavenger. So we saw Graph Rats already, but we probably find another one. Even if we don't, Scavengers is the more playable of the two, if you don't have the other one, if you're following my train of thought there. Ooh, get the late Boon of Emrakul. It's a really excellent pickup for us. We're going to take it over the Gavony Unhallowed. All right, I mean, at this point, it looks like we're green-black. I was willing to play base green and splash Salvation and Certain Death, but that's a very late Boon of Emrakul. So it would appear people still do not like black. Primal Druid, we do not have any sack effects, nor do we have any emerge. Probably just take the Foul Blood. Delirium does work really well in green-black. Recruitment, we don't have any other zombies. You can still just use it as a raised dead effect, but I'd rather have like a Macabre Waltz, so let's just take the Foul Blood. Foul Blood's actually just really good if you can get the Delirium. So we can take Field Creeper, or we can take Woodcutter's Grit. Woodcutter's Grit is a decent card. It's an instant. We don't have any instants yet. Field Creeper helps with Delirium. We currently only have one Delirium card. I think I'm actually going to take the Grit over the Field Creeper. Like, these are the Delirium colors, but I think we'll be able to find... Yeah, like, Wailing Ghoul is a good Delirium enabler, too. In fact, I like Wailing Ghoul more than Field Creeper as a Delirium enabler. Because I like a 1/3 body more than a 2/1. So let's take the Ghoul here over the Consecrator. Ooh, wow. That is a late grapple. It's like perfect for us. Wolfkin Bond, perfectly playable 5-drop. However, we're a little bit top-heavy already, which is a bit of a dangerous spot to be in Pack 1. However, I really like where... We're going to let someone just take that Prophetic Ravings. I really like where we're at right now. We have a lot of premium cards here. Salvation, Stag, Certain Death, Captive, Grapple. Okay. So there's Rise from the Grave, which is reasonable alongside cards like Wailing Ghoul. However, I may just want this Borrowed Malevolence because it's a good removal spell, good combat trick. And I don't know exactly how I feel about Rise from the Grave. It's okay. You know, it really hasn't come up all that often as a dangerous card when I've played against it, but Borrowed Malevolence tends to come up a lot and do a lot. There's Mockery of Nature, too, which I'm trying to be up on, but I think I'd still rather just have them all. Like, if I didn't have so much end game already, I'd probably be more willing to take it, but Borrowed Malevolence is cheap and effective. Collective Effort, geez, that card's good. I can just hate it. It's a dangerous card. Like, we could just take the Mournwillow or Foul Blood. I think we're just gonna wheel one of them. I could take the second Grapple, actually. Actually, I think that makes more sense. I think we take the second Grapple and probably wheel the Mournwillow or the Foul Blood. We do need some more creatures, but double Grapple's fine, especially if we can get some Delirium out of Pack 3 or wheel one of these Delirium. We did wheel Grapple last time, but I feel like I'd rather have the Grapple than either of these Delirium cards, I think. Since I already have a Foul Blood, Mournwillow is, you know, it's average. It's not bad. I think Grapple's actually better than either of them. Once again, it's always tough to evaluate non-creature spells versus creature spells. It's also nice that Grapple can, like, bring back Scavenger and then you bring back another one. So it's like layers of value. Okay, well, there's Foul Emissaries, Malevolence, Graph Rats. I think we take them. I mean, we've got the Scavenger. We're hunting for more cheap spells, and we want that Chittering Host. So let's take the Graph Rats. I don't know how I feel about Lupine Prototype. I don't think that card's very good. It really has not come up very often at all in any of my matches. Maybe I've had it played against me once, and I think it was active a little bit, but I don't know. It's just narrow enough where a 2-mana 5/5 is just not what it is, you know, often enough. So the nice thing right now is Dark Salvation is actually a creature spell, so that's good news for us. So now we probably just take the Prowler. For recruitment, we do have a couple zombies, but I'd rather have the Prowler. This is a good card. Seriously, just a good card. Certainly better for us than Primal Druid. And continues down that path of good cheap spells, so I like it. Alright, Fragment. A little bit less useful now. However, there's really not... Well, maybe we take the Field Creeper now. How much Delirium do we have? We don't have that much. We have the Foul Blood. We very easily could wheel a Mournwillow or another Foul Blood. So, and then out of pack 3, we're hoping to get, obviously the like Obsessive Scanner or something, but let's just take the Field Creeper. All right, Crop Sigil. Here's the Delirium Fuel. We could take the second Graph Rats. I mean, we are going to be needing some more creatures. And we already have double grapple. We probably don't need Crop Sigil. It is a Delirium enabler, but grapple just does it so much more effectively. So I think we'll take the second Graph Rats. I mean, like I said, we kind of need some more creatures. All right, second Field Creeper, probably don't need it, but whatever. Our curve looks fantastic now. Could use some more synergy with Ulvenwald Observer, although Prowler has good Observer synergy. All right, so we can take Cultist Staff now over the second Borrowed Malevolence. I don't mind playing 2 Borrowed Malevolence. How badly do I need a Staff? Staff actually has good synergy with Observer. You equip other creatures while Observer's out, and it gets in that 4 toughness range. That's actually kind of good. Although it doesn't do any of these 2 drops. It doesn't put them in range. It does do it to the Ghoul, though. And the Captive. And the Foul Blood. It's not bad. I probably still prefer another Borrowed Malevolence. It's pretty good removal. Alright, we'll take the Rise now. I don't think we're going to play it. Alright, as expected, we got both the creatures we wanted back. So Foul Blood versus Mournwillow. Just for diversity's sake, maybe I take the Mournwillow. Although Foul Blood has better Dark Salvation synergy, so it might just be a better idea to take the second Foul Blood. This has haste, though, and the Delirium ability can come up. I think I'm still going to take Foul Blood. I think I'd just rather have a 4/3 Menace than a 3/2 haste. A 4/3 Menace zombie than a 3/2 haste that can make some creatures not able to block. I don't know. That'll go either way. We're going to take the Enlightened Maniac. We already have Wolfkin Bond, and to be honest, I don't even think we're playing the first one. I think we're probably not playing these cards. We can just separate these. I don't think these are going to make the deck. We probably don't need 2 Field Creepers. Probably don't need 2 Graph Rats, but I'm willing to leave it in for now. All right, we'll take the Primal Druid, although, yeah, that's probably not happening either. We're not splashing anything. I guess I'll take the Ritual for sideboard then. All right, take a Wolfkin Bond now. We're not going to play the Waxing Moon. We only have a couple werewolves. All right, got one anyway. So these can all get out of here. I think these are probably all getting cut. So deck is looking good. We're in good shape. Well set up for Delirium. Ooh, God, Tormentor and Witch in here. Jeez. Yeah, this pack's good. We're taking the Tormentor. This is a real game ender. Love this card. Don't get a chance to play it all that often anymore because you only get 1 pack to find it. Just mythic. All the amazing black cards in here. Let's take Tormentor. Be happy about that. Perfect on our curve, too. This pack's a little bit awkward. I think we're just going to take the Seasons Pass for that reason. You can end up netting like just an amazing amount of cards. And the fact that we have Double Grapple and Wailing Ghoul, like obviously it's not great alongside Delirium, but just getting so many cards out of your graveyard. And Dark Salvation's converted mana cost is 1, which is kind of insane. So Dark Salvation's your 1 drop that you bring back? Yeah, I like that. Let's get Seasons Past here. That's just such a high value card. And we're really not passing anything else we want. Actually, I would take a Watcher. I would take a Watcher over a Gloom Widow. Because this deck's got some cool stuff going on late. Okay, well there's a Call to Bloodline, but the problem is we don't have any Madness, and we don't really have a lot of synergy with it. It just basically lets you, if you're flooding out, convert lands into... I mean, it helps with Delirium a little bit, but I might just prefer the Vessel. Although Logger might be what we're looking for as well. Like, we already have Double Grapple. The only Delirium cards we have are 2 Foul Bloods, right? Yeah. I mean, actually, Vessel feeds Seasons Pass kind of nicely, but... I mean, the thing is, we've got 2 cards we've got 2 slots left in our deck, and we need 15 creatures. So I'd rather just take the Logger, which we're for sure going to play, and just find a couple more creatures. All right, we can take another Logger, another Vessel in here too. There's a Stallion of Ashmouth, which does have Delirium. However, I just like Logger. I don't mind taking Stallion. Maybe it fits a little bit better in our curve. Our deck can pretty reliably get Delirium. But the thing about Logger is, if you play it on turn 2 and your opponent misses, this card becomes a big threat right away, which I really like about Logger a lot. Like, I just like how cheap it is. Let's just take it. I'm a big fan. Okay, so I guess Bloodsworn does not have any synergy in our deck, really, since we can't even activate the ability. There's also Provisioner and Apparatus. Apparatus helps with Delirium, and it's reasonable removal. Currently, our removal is double Malevolence, Boon, Salvation, Certain Death. That's not a bad removal suite. So Bloodsworn has Evasion. I probably could play it over like a Graph Rats maybe. Maybe we don't need 2 Borrowed Malevolence either. We would like 1 more creature. I guess we'll take the Apparatus actually. I mean, it's a good Delirium enabler. Okay. So we probably cut a Malevolence for it. They do similar things. There's Clip Wings for sideboard. We could take the Pale Rider. I don't love Pale Rider in this deck. It's okay. We've got a bit of some... The problem is we have some expensive stuff, which does make Pale Rider worse. Like, I think Pale Rider is probably better for like a beatdown deck or a deck that's got some madness outlets. But not exactly for us. It does beat down well, I admit. Might just prefer the Clip Wings. We don't have a ton of humans to reward us for the Provisioner. I think we're just going to take Clip Wings for sideboard. There's also an Epitaph Golem in there, but... Okay, Revenant seems like a reasonable 15th creature. I'm not exactly sure what I'm cutting for it. It could be like the Grit, maybe. We'll figure it out. This is a 17 land deck, probably. 3 6-drops is a bit much too, but it's not too worrisome. So there's Shard of Broken Glass, which is a Delirium enabler, but we probably don't need it. Probably just take the Confront, I guess. We don't have any other clue generators, though. All right, there's Twins, but we don't have any synergy with it, right? I don't think we have any discard outlets. And that's all right. We have Tormentor, but that's it. Don't really need the Wicker Witch, although it is an upgrade to the Field Creeper. I think paying the extra mana... Well, I guess that's debatable. I don't know. Don't need the Loam Dryad, although helps us get to our 5 and 6 drops. Maybe it is better than I'm giving it credit for us. Like, we're not splashing, but it's nice to just be able to ramp. All right, let's take the Dryad. All right, Gloom Widow, more of a sideboard card. Does beat down okay, but... Ooh, Scavenger. Well, here's a little Delirium card we could use. That's a late Vessel, too, but we'll take the Scavenger. Crawling Sensation. Well, whoever we pass the Epitaph Golem to, we'll make sure they don't have the infinite card, the infinite deck combo. Let's get rid of Confront. So we need to cut 3 more cards. Probably don't need double Graph Rats. We'll just go Graph Rat Scavenger. We don't need to have more than that. That's fine. And with double Grapple, we'll be able to reliably do the combo again if we have to. Yeah, so I definitely want double Grapple. The beauty of the Grapples are, even though it's worse than Vessel at enabling Delirium, it's so close, in my opinion, that having 2 of them in my mind is, it's like equivalent enough. to having double vessel, where I really don't care about the differences. So we can cut one creature and we can cut one non-creature spell. So I guess we want the apparatus. I actually do want to run Loam Dryad. I suppose I could cut Revenant. I kind of like I said, I kind of like the Loam Dryad just because it gets us to our late game spells a little bit better. And I don't know, some people don't like Loam Dryad. I'm kind of a fan, especially when you have as many 2-drop creatures as we do. Like, we can pretty reliably play a turn 1 Loam Dryad and start ramping on by turn 3, you know? I mean, it really is between Dryad and Revenant, I think. Those are the two creatures I'm looking at. I want to keep the Field Creeper, although, I mean, how many Delirium? Well, I've got Scavenger and Double Foul Blood, so I do kind of want to get Delirium here. Field Creeper does seem like the worst creature in the deck, but since it helps with Delirium, I mean, we do have Apparatus. Why don't we look at our card types? So we've obviously got Creature, we've got Artifact Creature, we have Artifact, Instant, Instant that feeds, Instant, Enchantment, Sorcery, Sorcery, Sorcery. So we're going to be able to get, I think we're going to be able to get Delirium pretty reliably. I like that our deck's got quite a few ways to win, too. Like, we've got the Big Fat Fatty that we can bring back. We've got some Loggers that can flip early and beat down. Foul Blood with Delirium. Tormentor just wins. We've got the Scavenger Rats combo. All of that is good. Our weakest spell might just be Woodcutter's Grit. It's probably like Grit versus Malevolence, and I think I like Malevolence more. I'd rather have something that can be targeted removal with versatile upside than something that protects against removal and is a combat trick. I mean, it can deal some extra damage too, but we'll cut the Grit. I think I might cut Creeper because I have Apparatus. That might be wrong though. Maybe I just cut the Loam Dryad. I was just thinking, I like Loam Dryad. I like that it ramps. Like I said though, we have no need for fixing in this deck. And another slight issue with Loam Dryad is that even if I do get the 1-drop into the 2-drop, we only have one 4-drop spell. So even if we can reliably ramp by turn 3, there's not a lot that we want to ramp into, unless it's like 2 more 2-drops. It lets us cast a turn 4 5-drop, but I don't know. I'm less sold on it now that I've seen there's not like a ton. Like, if you have a bunch of solitary hunters and stuff, I like it a lot more. But we just don't. So I guess we kind of just don't have a ton of need for it. And I have more need for Delirium enabling, I guess. The Foul Bloods will beat down if they have Delirium hard. Okay. Yeah, this deck's good. Definitely. I like it. I think we're going to air towards green. Yeah, we're going to air towards green. So we'll do 9-8. I'm going to do it the other way because we have more double green than double black. Right? Granted, it's more top end, but I still think I'd rather... I mean, look at all these 2-drop green spells we have. So, all right, we'll do 9-8. This deck's good. This deck is good. I like it. It's got all the components of a good deck. Premium removal, premium creatures, good curve, some Delirium rewards. So, very good. All right. Yeah, we can probably look at Dark Salvation as like a 5-drop most of the time. Most of the time, you're just going to give something neg 2, and, you know, get a couple zombies and be happy. The nice thing is we have 3 other zombie spells in here. So we can even get more rewards out of Dark Salvation. All right. I like this deck. We'll see you round 1.